Well, at some point I realized that the timing was right to try to coordinate bringing back the Loyola barbecue in Art's memory, because Art was a enthusiast of barbecue, and every office visit I had with him we would talk about a competition he had done or whether he was still doing competitions, and he just loved the barbecue. He had a big setup that he pulled around to different venues for competitions, and he just obviously loved, among other things, barbecue.
I think Art's passion for barbecue started when he was 9 years old, and he and his brother Bill and his parents would go down to the farm and cook on Friday, but his dad would pay off all the employees. While he was gone, he told Art to cook supper, and Art would cook supper starting at 9 or 10 years old, and he just a passion just evolved in him. And then when we married, I couldn't cook, so he just became the cook in the family, not only our immediate family, but everybody's.
My favorite memories of my childhood were going to barbecue cook-offs with my dad, and he would stay up all night smoking briskets while I would sleep and contribute nothing except being there. But when he'd win the award for first place, I'd be the first one on the stage taking full credit, and he let me.
Yeah, so we grew up going to barbecue cook-offs and competitions as I was a child, traveling all over the eastern part of Texas, South Louisiana. Dad qualified for the Memphis in May championship in the early 90s. Got to go up there, and growing up, barbecue was just a big part of our life. It'd smoke up the neighborhood, friends would come running.
The Loyola barbecue was a favorite of mine for many years. I used to love to go down to the riverfront and enjoy the old stag barbecue, and had great memories of that, and was sad that the barbecue had kind of gone its way. So the timing seemed right to meld the two together and start the barbecue back in Art's memory.
I think feeding people. I think that would be it. And just, yeah, I think he really enjoyed seeing the looks on people's faces. I think he enjoyed when people came up and asked him for his recipes. He would always tell people that that barbecuing was easy. You just, in the recipes, you would just take your spices and put them in a blender and mix them up.
Everybody loved to eat his cooking, and he loved to have them eat it. And it was just fun for everybody. And Loyola was so special for him. Anytime they asked him to cook, he always did it, and he did it with gusto. He loved doing it. And Loyola was a family. It has been a family for us, because my kids all went there. Now my grandchildren, it looks like, are going to go there, and we're thrilled with it.
We're so grateful to Loyola. I went there, my sister, my brother, and now my nephew. And we're just very honored that we're getting to do this for my dad. He would get such a kick out of it. And boy, do we all miss his barbecue. I know he's up in heaven cooking for all of our loved ones and your loved ones.
I was a freshman at Loyola when the Loyola football team went to the state finals at the Superdome, 94-95. And they asked my dad to cook for the whole team, parents, and everybody else. And then I was a soccer player. We won the state championship in 95, 96. Naturally, he cooked for that. And I think there were a handful of other sporting events as well that he cooked for. He had a pretty strong presence up there at the school for his barbecuing.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to raise money in Art's name, because everybody loved Art. Everybody's got a fond memory of Art, and everybody's willing to support an event that's in Art's name. And the real goal is to keep this going in perpetuity, so that his relationship with barbecue can always be remembered by people who are affiliated with Loyola and in this local community. But the response has been overwhelming, and it's been really quite humbling to see how many people love Art and how they've stood up for him.
We're just really grateful, and thank you so much.